Afternoon, everyone. I am sitting here waiting to make sure I didn't screw anything up. If you can hear me, if you can see me, I'm pretty sure you can, but just in case. Waiting to see who meanders on in. Girlfriend, I don't want to hear shit out of you. If I am 0.000000001 seconds late, you think I'm late. Shut. Is the side music too loud though? And can you hear me? Like, is what I need to check is if I'm back this far, how easily can you guys hear me talk from right here? Because what my plan is while I'm cooking, I can't be over there. So I'm gonna be on the phone reading the chat while I'm cooking. So if I'm over here, how easily can you hear me? Like, is it difficult? Is it not difficult? Ooh, Daisy, for fuck's sake. I can't even hear music. I can unfortunately still hear you. Daisy, you okay? I rolled over her fucking foot because she got right under the chair as I rolled. Okay. You're loud enough. Okay. No, it's an insult, but I'll take it. So, hi, everybody. How y'all doing? So, this is what you guys voted for. It's a little unusual for me. Also, that camera seems to be a little dusty. So let me dust the camera a little bit. Hi, Moon. See, this is normally how loud I have the music. But it's weird that you guys can't hear today. Hi, Orion. Let me see. Yes, I see you, baby boy. No touch. Is that a little better? The hybrid stream, right? Because we're going to be doing Q&A and cooking. I would have preferred the Q&A, but I'll take what I can get. What, sir? Is this what you want? Sit. Stand. There you go. Enjoy. Bye. He likes tearing apart paper towels and paper products, so go off. So, okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is bring the chat up here so I can actually see what the hell you guys are saying. Second I'm going to say is, so, can anyone guess what I'm making? Some of you might know. The blue is her blind, decrepit. See the utensils. Everything in my kitchen is blue. And eventually I'm going to get stick-on wallpaper. I'm going to buy some new curtains. I have a whole plan. I'm going to make a backsplash all over here. It's going to be blue subway tile. I'm very excited. That's a long ways down the way. It's a long ways down the way. So let's see. You're making charcoal. What you making? So, I don't know if this gives you guys a hint, but it was my husband's request. He wanted it. Prove to Leon you're an excellent cook. Listen, I showed him my good cooking. You know what he told me? I didn't make it, my husband did. So no matter what I show him, he's gonna think I'm a bad cook. It is not chicken parmesan. So most Americans will know what this box means. So if I'm boiling elbow macaroni, what does that mean, guys? And I might not even boil it. I'm going to double check because sometimes you can put it in raw and the sauce cooks it for you and makes it less mushy. We'll see. It is not chicken parm. Sakahulan's got it. I am making my family's homemade mac and cheese. There is only one ingredient in it which is not fresh and is trash. And that's purely because some things you have to do. If it's already going to be unhealthy, why not? So, for my family recipe, which I have improved upon a tiny bit. Not a ton, but enough. You definitely need whole milk. You're supposed to get unsalted, but I don't care. Salted butter. Copious types of cheddar cheese, preferably sharp. Then a scoop. And then what? Oh, and also Velveeta, the crap in a box. This is the most unhealthy part of this cheese. And then I added on Gouda and Gruyere. So I always add in Gouda and Gruyere. I think it adds a really nice depth of flavor. And a whole onion. This is the one people don't realize is in there. But it does add a really good flavor to it. Now, I'm going to double check on the not boiling of the pasta before I waste 2 pans instead of 1. So let's see. Me on tray. Whole milk is fat forward. Well, I know. Velveeta is dangerous but delicious. And when I was younger and foolish, I would eat it by the cube. Now the thought of it just makes me nauseous. All right, let's see. I'm double checking on the noodles part just because if I don't have to have another pot boiling on the stove and I can focus solely on the sauce, I will. Because I have to make the roux. Ugh! Do yourselves a favor. Do yourselves a favor, anyone right now in front of your computer. Just type in Google, do I have to boil my, and look at what the top result is. Alright, so let's see. You can do it. Is there anything more comforting than mac and cheese? Do not boil the noodles beforehand. The key to this recipe is no boil macaroni. You're going to boil the macaroni before. You aren't going to boil the macaroni beforehand. Do you copy that? Do not boil the macaroni beforehand. This does not only save you time, but you aren't going to have to wash another pot. All that jazz. All right, so let's see what the ingredients are. All right, these are very similar ingredients to what I'm using as well. And I always make a very wet mix before it goes into the oven. See, now they don't make an actual cheese sauce ahead of time. We make an actual cheese sauce. But mine is just as liquidy when it goes in. I don't see an issue. I have backup skim milk in case I screw up. So. It's about making it right, young lady. Right. That's why I was so grossed out, KH. I was like, whew. As for so it says you can do it without boiling. Because no matter what, I don't fully cook the noodles. You never fully cook your noodles when you're about to make mac and cheese. That's something you need to know. You always either only parboil or you put it in raw. While I can put them in raw on that one, that is awfully liquidy. Screw it. I'll just do what I normally do. I will make sure that is prepped and set to the side. Always make sure to salt your water. but I only barely salt it. See, now I don't use blue cheese. I use Gruyere. Gruyere and Gouda. I like to use smoked Gruyere, but that wasn't here, so I didn't get to. Have this set to the side. I gotta switch it up. This is gonna be for stirring and scraping. Now I will obviously, because I'm me, break some rules today. At the very least, at least one person's gonna make Star Sound. Why are you doing it that way? Because I'm me. What can I say? It's the only way to put it. I'm me. I make bad choices. Cassie mac and cheese. It's just that Gouda. Oh god. That's everything for your. Oh, there's a survey. Oh, I'll make sure to do that after 40. So, these I don't have to cut because they are pre-cued. Thank you, Cracker Barrel. I will just pop that open ahead of time. Oh, and I guess there is someone still on my TikTok who doesn't like me. Because I got new reports today. They claimed I had copyrighted items. And I was like, 90% of TikTok, first off, is copyrighted items. Like, seriously? We're going to do that? And yes, I'm going to sit while chopping because the girl's knees are killing her. And I also hate being far away from what I cut. So, sir. But I grabbed things that were easy to cut or things that were just already shredded. When Orion does get a very special treat, it's usually sharp cheddar. So right now he's smelling all this cheese and he's like, Mother, this smells amazing. Where's mine? Everything I've got is Pioneer Woman. Because I'm like that. Hi, Ark. I guess I am, Esteban. Like, I woke up today and I had, like, I got 5 alerts from TikTok all at once. And I was watching a video on YouTube. I think it was Michelle. And I got another alert and it said, TikTok has an important message for you. And I'm like, what the fuck is it now? And when I opened it up, they were like, we have a report that you have, I did a stitch, or a duet rather, with Tom McDonald. And he was talking about what people call you, and usually if they're calling you that, they're kind of like the worst of the worst anyway. Hi, Christian. Yeah, Orion will be all over me for this. All over me. He always is. Vita. We're going to start with cheddar. We start with Gruyere. Start with heart. Give the dog some cheese. I'll think about it. So I am making my family's homemade mac and cheese, Christian. No, back off. Sir. 1. 2. All the way. Nyeh, nyeh. Nyeh, nyeh, all the way. Stop inching. Thank you. I'll think about giving him cheese. It's technically for humans. I could be cheap and I'll be like, listen, every $1 donated, Orion gets a piece of cheese. Orion wants to cook too. Orion wants me to cook for him. That's what he wants. Alright, yeah, he's laying on the floor now in front of me. Because he knows that if he's good, the problem is, like, he gets excited at first. But all of them know the same thing. If they're just fucking patient, they might get something. But Orion always tries to push the boundaries. Very first thing I learned to cook was New York cheesecake from scratch, then baked mac and cheese. And the thing is, nobody has the same baked mac and cheese recipe. Everyone's got a different one. And there's wax on it. I didn't put the wax. There we go. He knows what the good food is. He knows, because, like, so for instance, whenever I make, oh, this is nice. This is easy to cut cheese. When I make my chicken or beef or anything like that, I always give the scraps to the animals. So, like, Axel, please don't rub that chair. I have all my stuff balancing on that side of the kitchen. I'm like, please don't, sir. Please don't. But anyways, I always give the scraps to the animals I don't like to waste. Especially meat. I hate wasting meat. So what I always do is, whenever I'm cooking, all the animals surround me, and all, like, the gristle and the bones and things that we don't eat but we cut off of the meat, I toss to the animals, and all of them get a fair share. And he knows this, but he never wants to wait. And if I leave him long enough, he will just take it upon himself to get up and get it himself. And I guess he learned that from Zorro, because that's a very Zorro move. Sir, there is nobody. Sir, there is nobody. When you guys hear me shout this, that's why, because he thinks somebody's outside. But there's no one. He's just being weird. No. Can you see this? It's right here. So you're Snow White with bribery instead. My animals all get the good stuff as long as they're good. And the problem is that Orion and Zorro don't really want to have to wait for that. They kind of just want what they want when they want it. And they don't like the rules. The three names I am always yelling is Orion, Zorro, and Axel. And sometimes Hendrix. What is it? I spent 2 weeks in Italy as a team with my parents. All of a sudden we felt Italian and cooked spaghetti carbonara every day. Oh! And see, most people don't know what real carbonara is. You know, guys, I will tell you this. If you want to learn about Italian food and Italian cooking and all that kind of stuff, follow pasta grammar. Like the word pasta and, like, for grammar. Because I'll tell you what, I love them. Ava and Harper, they're fucking hilarious. I enjoy watching them. And one of the reasons I enjoy watching is I really think if Mom had been alive, she would have fucking loved Ava. And when they went to Rhode Island, to Federal Hill, I was like, ah! Yes! It's beautiful! What is the worst food sin I've ever seen? Ooh. Yeah, so don't forget this is the Q&A as well, guys. Thank you, Raven, for remembering. Shit, what's the worst food sin? There's this lady on TikTok. I found her during the whole drama situation. And she was like, everyone's so creative. And there's so many food sins on there. And there was this, you know what, coincidentally enough, it was mac and cheese. And whoever this person was, they put a little bit of milk in a pan. They put 4 slices of cheddar cheese. And then they just took spaghetti, raw spaghetti, put it in the pan with the cheese. And just started turning it into this burnt mess. And then they just started adding honey. And they added, like, sesame seeds. And they just started throwing shit in there. And the end result literally looked like a great big cheesy bird's nest. And the other one, and it makes me honestly sick to my stomach to think about. is there was this guy, I guess he worked at a supermarket. You guys, if you've been around the internet a long time or if you've looked it up, it's that dude that would always like do gross things with old food. Like he would like flop inside of the chicken and he throw stuff around and make a huge mess on it. Um, it was, to me, food sins are wasting food, and part of wasting food is trying to be oh so creative, but you're really just being gross. That's weird, but I kind of want to try it. No. Have you ever played P and? Have you been to the P and? What's the PNW? I don't know what the PNW is. Help me out. Any Thanksgiving plans? Well, as a matter of fact, that's the reason why I'm making this, because we are going to my brother's house, which we normally do, because he has the newest and most updated house with the largest area for kitchens. So it's easiest for all of us to sit in his house and have our celebrations. My dad's house is not small, however, the dining area. Excuse you, old man. You guys can't see, but Zorro is right here. You see little whiskers? You have to wait for the cheddar, sir. God, vultures! Down. Vultures, all of you. My sister's roommate. Oh, Pacific Northwest. No, I've only been to Nevada. Someday I kind of want to go to Washington State, but not now. Maybe someday when there's a different president and there's less Democrats running that area. Christian, you like all my animals. Oh yeah, he wants it now for sure. I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest, but one of my best friends moved there for a while. She would have been the reason that I went, but then she moved back. So, not anymore. I am making mac and cheese, Dylan. I'm cutting up Gruyere. I just cut up a whole wheel of Gouda. My idea is I'm making enough because not everyone eats mac and cheese a lot like Matt and I do. And I looked at my husband because we ordered food. As you guys know, I have a friend who runs a restaurant here. And my sister-in-law was like, why don't we just ask her to make Thanksgiving? We'll pay her for it. So that's what we're doing. We're paying her a lump sum, and she is cooking our Thanksgiving alongside uh, her family's Thanksgiving. And then we're going to go pick it up tomorrow evening. And so Christian actually went to her restaurant, although it's a different kind of restaurant now, Christian. Now it's a Cajun restaurant. But anyways, so I looked at him because I said, some sides I don't like I don't like yams. I was like, is there anything you are craving, babe? Like, is there anything you want me to make and bring to Thanksgiving? And he looked me square in the eye and said, I want your mac and cheese. And I went, well, okay. He's been saying it now for a while that he's been really wanting my mac and cheese again. But it's expensive. This whole thing cost me $100. So making this is not cheap because you have to get quality ingredients and you have to get enough to make the sauce properly. You were not messing everything up. You were wonderful. Help was needed, and help is worth it. Same owner, she just made an Cajun place now. But it has all the same recipes, so I love her. And if everything works out, she and I just got to talking about some big things last night. Tomorrow I'm going to be helping out at her restaurant during the Christmas parade in my local town. We're going to be passing out flyers in front of the restaurant. Thoughts on tiramisu? Only one thought. Delicious! Tiramisu is amazing. Right, so there's all my my Gruyere, and my oh no, there's not. It's all over their bar. Let's see. I tried to explain that generally does happen when you eat, but you get it. Put shit in, get shit out. You made me hungry. I'm gonna go get some. Talk to you later. I'm sorry, Art. $100. What kind of mac and cheese you making, girl? So I put in Gruyere, I put in Gouda, I put in several different kinds of cheddar. You got to get whole real butter. You got to get whole milk. I already had the elbows, and then you've got to slice up your onion, which is actually going to go into that blender over there. There's good quality food, guys. That's one of the problems. I will totally agree with a lot of these activists on this. You want good quality food? It costs you something, and if you're broke, you can't always make that stuff. You can't always buy that stuff. I was raised, my parents did one thing that, I don't know if it was wise or not of them, but this is what they raised me. If there's one thing you always have in your house, have good food. Everything else can get solved if you have good food. And I have found that to be the case. I never noticed anything was wrong until, like, I moved out, I was on my own, and times when I had no food, that's when things felt the worst. Because you're not only miserable, you're miserable and you're hungry. That's the worst. So I've always tried to make sure, because I've actually, first 2 years I lived here, my husband and I primarily lived on like $10 a week. Yes. We would make hot dogs. I would make homemade pasta with just flour and water, and or just fried eggs. And I'll tell you what, guys. Once Matt and I could start affording food, we were great. And then I discovered really quality pet food again. And now my animals get all the money and I get nothing. So that's why when he asked for this, I prioritized it. Because I know he loves this. I love this. And this was something that was only made once in a while at my house. So you had to request it. This is it's your birthday. What do you want? I want the mac and cheese. That's the situation we're talking about here. Hi, Prismatic. How many cheeses do you use? What are your thoughts on cream cheese? I was thinking about using that next time. So I personally don't like using cream cheese. But that's because my mother taught me not to use the cream cheese. So I've done it. Now here's the other thing though. When I make box mac and cheese, I like to fuck with the box mac and cheese and add in my own stuff. So I add fresh cheese into boxed cheese all the time. And it tastes really good. And you can add a dollop of sour cream or a dollop of cream cheese. Instead of using regular milk, you can use whipping cream. Box mac and cheese can get dolled up. And a lot of them now have switched from artificial flavorings to annatto and a couple other things, which take away the artificial taste. And so, yeah, you're still having powdered cheeses, but it is almost entirely cheese. Like, I have a powdered white cheese in the cabinet. And you can buy it online. So you can technically make your own box mac and cheese. You can buy powdered buttermilk, which is reasonably organic. You can buy powdered cheeses. And you can make your own blend of box mac and cheese if you so wish. But as for how many cheeses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I use 6 different cheeses. I mean, if you count Velveeta as cheese. It's not really cheese. Cream cheese should only be used on bagels or cheesecakes. I have never grown my own veggies or herbs, although I very much like to. No, it's a lie. I helped my parents. We had a garden back in Rhode Island. But I have never done it. Not personally. My dad picked them out and I helped them. I would water them and things like that. I would very much like to. To begin with, I'm terrified of nature. I love nature, but I also know how cruel and mean nature can be. And here in North Kakalaka, nature constantly tries to kill you. As many of you know, I have an ongoing war with the European hornets. So that's one reason why you don't see me outside. Well, I'm glad you got to finish it on your own, though. Let's see. There's a thing I want to get, as a matter of fact. for that. West Heather. The thing I want to get is it's one of these all-in-one deals where you put it on your porch and it's got these tubes coming out of it. You can grow all your own herbs on there, and I'd love to get that. It's expensive, but I want it. All right, fine. Come here. Over here. Sit. Right up. Sit. Good. Feed him out. Bye. Bye. Feed him out. Bye. 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 Laura. For you. There, you all happy? They got cheese. Orion wins. I want to start an herb garden very badly. You Americans are vile. Powdered cheese. But this is not powdered Italian cheeses. These are cheddars and stuff. So, and Charlotte, that's racist. That is racism, and it is masked in undertones of bigotry. Cancel. I would love to just grow a bunch, and I keep looking up different ways to do it. The main issue I have, guys, is honestly bugs and heat. So I want to get a greenhouse, and I want to get one of those things for the porch because then I can, it's on my terms. As it is right now, you're supposed to like trim your hedges in the mid-fall, right? I'm doing it now, and I'm gonna be doing it in the winter when everything's dead and they can't touch me. That's how I'm doing. So if it gives you any idea how not into bugs I am. And the worst thing is, I don't hate them in the sense of like, I want them to die. I hate them in the sense of, why are you biting me? Why are you trying to kill me? What did I ever do to you? I don't even know your mother. Things like that. I'm autistic and you can't attack me. Damn! I was out-virtued. Let's see. Have your pets ever attacked strays defending their home? Okay, so you see the old meathead right here? I only have 3 pets in my household who have killed anything. No, 4. 4, because I didn't count Daisy. Okay, so in 2020, 2019, it was 2020. I was I was letting Orion out, and as many of you know, there were kittens that were born under my porch, and Orion was barking at the fence, and I was getting annoyed. I was like, oh my god, shut up. I went outside with the spray bottle onto the porch. Stopped him. I was going to get him from the other side of the fence. Like, hey. What I didn't know was an entire litter of kittens was sitting on my porch. And one of the kittens got into the dog yard. As many of you know, I've told you, Orion has a high prey drive. What I was impressed with is yes, the kitten did. Orion didn't attack it. Orion was so excited that he sniffed it. And I wish I was making this up, but he got so excited, and there is a cement patio in the backyard. And Orion saw the kitten, and he chased it around the cement area. And the kitten tried to escape him, but Orion, every time it tried to escape, was like, no, you're not going to get away. And, yeah. So, but that was the one time Orion was defensive, and it was an innocent. And then, I was so upset. That is the day that Orion actually got hit by me, like, hit. Because I was trying to get him off the kitten, and he wasn't listening, and I had to backhand him. I sent him flying to get him off the cat. Wouldn't work. It didn't live. But now if you ever see me yell at Orion and he ducks, you know why. This was 3 years ago. He still remembers. Because I was trying so hard. I couldn't get him off the pin. And I was trying to pull him. I was trying to get in the way. He just... If you've ever had a dog with high prey drive, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're focused. And it wasn't good. But since then, I've been super cautious about Orion going outside. Fast forward to... He's still a brat though. Oh, because it gets better. So fast forward to winter of 2022. Last February. Matt and I are putting the dogs to bed. And I'm going to the bathroom. Now, how this normally works is around 9:20, we get the dogs ready for bed. Which means they go outside, they go to the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there going to the bathroom. My bathroom window is directly attached to the rest of the dog yard. And Greta is going nuts. Greta is screaming her head off. She is bark, 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 bark. She is screaming. And that's when I realized, so I checked the camera. And I see Greta, and she is like, Orion's got something. And we didn't know what it was. Turns out, I checked back on the cameras. Matt runs out there. And he's on the camera. He's like, it's a raccoon! So I checked. Now, the exact moment of the attack is not on camera. However, 2 seconds before Orion was out there, a very large adult female raccoon was sitting on the edge of the fence. 2 seconds later, you see Orion in another, because my thing only records for like 30 seconds. You see Orion go over to the area. You hear a growl. Now, of course, that's all I get on camera. And when I check, later, I'm assuming, because the Orion was on this side of the fence, the raccoon was on that side of the fence. The only way Orion could have gotten to this raccoon was if the raccoon stepped up to the plate. She had to actively make the decision, come back over the fence, and attack Orion. Let's just say she fucked around, and she very much found out. Orion came back in, and I was positively panicking. Now, he had just gotten his rabies shot. So, like his updated rabies shot. So he was okay. I honestly think it's okay to discipline your pets. The difference between animal abuse and discipline. Yes. And he comes in, he's covered in blood. He is covered in blood, and I'm freaking out. I'm checking everywhere. Now, mind you guys, he took her out. He attacked him, one bite, one shake, and she was gone. And because she stepped up to the plate, and she chose death. She chose violence, and she got death. That's how this dude. And let me tell you, he came in, I was in tears. Now I've got to rush him to the tub. I'm washing him off. I'm looking. This bitch barely scratched him. I mean, barely. He had a few cuts and bruises. And I was so impressed. When I tell you, I was so impressed with him. Because it means that she ran at him and he didn't even give her a chance to do anything. It was only scratches. She didn't get a single bite on him. Be right back. No problem, Chalk. She can hear my stomach. And again, Esteban, like you said, I always believe in disciplining. I feel bad that I had to do what I had to do that day. But I genuinely didn't know what else to do. Matt was trying to calm the animals. He's trying to calm me. And it was just all around a very bad night. And I remember calling my dad and crying and saying, are they going to kill my dog? What's going to With the raccoon, I was like, shit, they'll probably put you on a plaque, sir. But also, again, because unlike with the kitten who just got spooked, this raccoon chose the violence. She chose to step into Orion's yard, and Orion showed her why this was a poor choice. Hi, Washington. I understand dogs with high prey drive. My dog has it, and he wants to attack anything that moves. Right. And see, Orion's usually pretty good. The problem is that he is a reactive dog. And he is a reactive dog that transfers energy. You know what that means? Awesome. But if you don't know, I will tell you. What that means is when he first gets the energy, he can't understand what it is. And so he starts to try to figure it out. So he will cross that energy from excited to, well, if I'm excited, it means I must have to attack. And that's the biggest problem. He isn't dog aggressive because once he knows another dog, as you see with Greta, he is absolutely loving. And I've seen with other dogs, he actually gets pretty submissive. The problem is that he gets so excited that it's explosive, which is what happened with the kitten, honestly. The raccoon was not the case. The raccoon was not the case at all. That raccoon definitely chose her fate. Oh, God. You guys can't see it. But they are both on the floor behind me, and I have to get... Ryan, I've got to get up, babe. Can I get up? Oh, gee, thanks, guys. She's so sweet. Because out of all the cheeses, the fake one, I don't know if you guys can see this, but he's standing between me and the sink. This is something I need to replace. This sink. I need a new faucet. But when I tell you guys, faucets are expensive. Like, I had no idea they were expensive like that. Are you quite done, sir? Move. Thank you. There's all my cheeses. And that's why I can't have pups. I'm highly ADHD. I will keep the dog bouncing around as I bounce around also. See, and I have ADHD, but I have more hyper focus than most. We were sticking with indoor cats for now. We just get the occasional sauteed. Oh, yeah, and that's the other one. So, you want to know a psychopath? I'm going to tell you a psychopath. It's Zorro. Orion did it either defense or accidental. Zorro stripped. He field dressed a mouse. He gutted it, left the guts in one area, pulled the skin, left the skin in another area, and left the gutted and skinned carcass in the middle of the two. Psycho. You. No, not you. That boy. Dahmer shit going on here. When I was younger, we had one that would break into houses and hang out with the dogs. Stop it. You in a little bit. I hope this is what you guys were expecting. I don't understand anyone wanting to see me cook. If we finish this in enough time, I'm also going to cook tonight's dinner on stream, because why not? Oh, the aqua accessories. Yes, everything is blue for me. Everything is blue. Ooh. Stay. I'm satisfied. I want to see you cook. I'm a fellow Cancerian. I love the kitchen. See, I I love the kitchen. I sit there and say, oh, it's always just because it's the kitchen. But then I realize I really worship the bathroom being nice too. Like, oh, it's just the bathroom. Then I realize I really worship the bedroom being nice too. And then I'm like, maybe I just like having a nice house. Who knows? It doesn't matter how you cut up the onions because you're gonna put them in the blender anyway. My Ninja, which I've had for years. Fucking love this thing. The last time our cat got a mouse, our toddler found it in the middle of the living room. The last time we had anything in this house, it was a snake, followed by a dead mouse, the same day. Pretty much you're sporadic. How dare you, Rafe? I feel so judged. Now, the only thing I'm going to add to this that I've never had it before, but because I really like it, McCormick makes this rotisserie chicken seasoning. And frankly, I've become obsessed with it. So, gonna get loud for a second, kids. Where's my sketching? Get that fuck over here. You're supposed to grate this with a cheese grater. That's how my mother and father did it. But my cheese grater is at work, so. Yes, I mean my husband. I had a centipede in my bedroom, and me and my cat just sat there watching it slowly crawl out of my room, like mother, like daughter. I freak out and I try to get rid of centipedes immediately, except for the ones with the fuzzy legs. Fun fact, those are called house centipedes. And if you live anywhere where there's black widows or brown recluse, you actually want those centipedes in your house because they eat widows. I had no idea. I was like, all right, fam, you get to stick around. You will not like this, and also it is toxic to you, sir. Say good day, sir. Feed him out. Shh. Thank you. finally getting mushy. Almost there. Still not half as laborious or laborious as when you do it with the hand grater. That's a lot more human sweat. Good boy. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Turn on the butter to boil. Make sure we turn on the right one, because that's important. Now, we gotta get the room started. Now, sometimes, yes, sir. Can I help you with something? Can I assist you in your daily needs? I know I dared to move a whole 3 feet, and that was very detrimental to your day. Can I help you with something? No. Denied. Denied. All right, good. Thank you. Go. You got one. Go. I'm popping it out. I gotta show him some love. Aw, thank you, Washington. I just have a timeout in the hallway. Oh, my boobs are falling. If I could have a superpower. Ooh, so my husband has a good answer for this, but I don't know if I agree. Okay, so my husband says he would like to have the superpower of probability. What he means by that is, instead of saying, you hope you'll be a millionaire, you could make it that way, it's 100% certain you will be a millionaire. You hope you can fly. No. It's 100% certain you're going to be able to fly. So, it's difficult for me because on the one hand, I would love to be able to transform, like Beast Boy-esque. On the other hand, I would love to be able to fly, but being Beast Boy would solve that problem because I could fly. But I kind of want to fly Goku style, so there's that. On top of that, I kind of want to have like healing powers or talk to animals. I don't know, you guys. Like, oh, the probability one would probably be the best choice. Where's Choco when I need her? I do. Hubby wants manifesting superpowers, right? Million powers. I want to fly like Rogue. Yeah, but the only problem is Rogue would sap out the life of people when she did that. That's the problem. Part of superpower, I want to be able to speak and write any language. See? But then, again, if you have the power of probability, already would. After 40, I'm pretty fast. That's the ADHD. It's always working. Okay. I I know with roux you're supposed to follow, like, let's put this many cups, fuck that. I just put it in enough flour until it's a good roux. Seriously though, guys. So everyone has their base seasoning. This is my base seasoning. Non-sponsored. I fucking love this shit. It makes everything taste good. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that to the mac and cheese. I sometimes use 2 sticks of butter, but I often make like 4 tins of this. But not today. ADHD fuels us. You know how it is, if you can make a woman into a man, you can make a human into superpowers. Yes, Tammy Slayton got married, guys. I just saw it on Michelle's video today. You know what? And not only that, if you look on her wedding day, she looks like she lost weight. And a significant amount. We're not talking like a little bit. Before, her shoulders were meeting her ears. And she had no neck. She has a neck now. You can see her shoulders. You can see like definition in her arms. You can see her abdomen, her entire chest. I'm very impressed with her. I'm a turmeric and black pepper. I don't know what's in here. I don't think it's olive oil. This is just onion, spices, so that could be anything. Garlic and citric acid. It's a very simple one, but I like to add onto it. I normally like to add mustard powder to my mac and cheese. I couldn't find it anywhere. I want the power of intelligence and better social skills. See, I don't feel I'm stupid. That's not me saying that Moon is or anything. She's not. She's very intelligent. But I would love the languages one. The languages one is a really good one. Just because, you know, that's something that's very difficult for me. I can learn a word, and I can learn that word real well. I might be able to learn a phrase. Like, so desu. I can learn that one. Or dirimao mo. I know that one. I know marona. I can learn a phrase and be damn good at it. But when it comes to actually speaking the language, I don't know if I am truly just too American for it, or if it's a matter of it's just too difficult for my brain. Some people just have a hard time. By the way, hi Mitch. Hi everybody. I hope I've been addressing everyone properly. I'm actually incredibly nervous to cook in front of everybody because normally when I do this, I don't dress in any way, shape, or form. And I'm often just kind of rushing through and because I know what to do, so explaining it and talking. Like, for instance, everyone that says they like an exercise buddy when they go to the gym, I hate it. God, I hate the idea of an exercise buddy. And why? Because then I gotta talk. I don't want to talk while I'm doing this. I want to get it done. I used to know Spanish, but I lost the skill because I wasn't using it. Exactly. Star, I don't need a buddy system. Right. I'm good, just relaxing a bit. But yeah. See, this right here, what you're saying, this is the most uncomfortable part of me gaining weight. So because I carry a lot of my weight right here and here, I often have to lean because I've never been a sloucher. Like, I don't understand how anyone can walk around like this or like this. I've always had shoulders back, neck up. And the problem is, as I've gained weight, it has put a little bit of a slope on my spine. So that's something I've had to fix. Let's find out. Yes. You might not yet have found the learning method that fits you. I don't know if there is one, Charlotte. I'm willing to find it, but I doubt it. Yeah, I'm glad I went with one. I use Vermont butter. There's certain ones that I used to be loyal to. I've gone too woke. And while I'm not about canceling it, I am about saying nay nay. It's not for me anymore. And this is where you're probably going to see some mess on Star Sun, guys. Because flour always seems to get everywhere on me. I understand my back will ache if I eat the wrong foods. That's why I love anti-inflammatory spices. Right, like turmeric. I do put it in a lot of stuff. What are we making? We are making mac and cheese, Linda. Oh, nothing's on fire yet. I'm disappointed. Choco calls it noodles with her cheese. Choco wants failure. Choco will not do it. No. And cook while happy, right? Thank you. Washington's so sweet. I think she's new to us. Because I know you've just come around recently, especially during all that fun trauma that was happening. Trauma, drama, all that shit. Guess the flower ready. Don't come for me, Charlotte. I can't help it. You want to get that butter a little browned, a little less golden, to add that depth of flavor. As you guys can see, though, I do have a theme to my kitchen. Then the next step is going to be adding in the onion and then adding in the milk, scraping down, and then we start with the cheeses. I usually put the Velveeta last, and I put the cheddars. Well, actually, I put the Gruyere and I put the whatchamacallit first because they have a very high melting point. Where are they? You're last. Lovely shades of blue. Yeah, everything's blue. Safe space for weirdos. Anyone that claims to be entirely safe is obviously lying. New languages issues with someone help you by having conversations. I do agree that would help. But the problem is that my brain gets very frustrated with the idea that, so like for instance, when you listen to Japanese, right? And you hear them talking, very often you'll hear that the name of the character is said first, and then they get all surprised that you've mentioned the character at the end of the sentence. And my brain doesn't understand why that's happening. Like, you already knew they were talking about them. Why are you so surprised now? And so it's just stuff like that where my brain just doesn't understand what's happening. God, that smells good. I learned English and German by taking intensive course 3 hours a day, every day for 2 weeks. Woo! And 3 weeks for German. Taught me the basis. My husband learned French just by hearing me and my daughter speak. I need textbook teaching. I couldn't learn Persian by just listening. Not an addiction. I'm a connoisseur. Right. Like, the problem with my brain is it's very linear. I understand things in a very linear form. Yes. Get that beautiful browning. Now is the time. Gotta get that glorious roux going. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Oh my god, I wish I had smell-o-vision, guys. This thing smells so damn good right now. Yeah, okay. Quickly get those onions in there. Now, onion adds a nice bite to it, and it thickens up the roux a lot. New flour over here. Then start adding the milk. And I am probably going to use this whole quart, to be honest. Make sure you lower your heat while you're doing this part, guys, because you will otherwise cause a big mess. You'll start to burn everything. It will not work. I know I'm supposed to be given the recipe. I'll probably write it in the description afterwards. Come back to the chat in a minute. Gotta make sure this starts blending in. No, that's from here. Oh, I am probably definitely, because it's only 1 o'clock, I am almost definitely going to have time to make my very simplistic dinner. If you guys are ever looking for a dinner that is super easy, has flavor, without being too much, we'll start with a little bit. Come back to the phone in a second, guys. Which is now dying, so I've got to plug it in anyway. Alright, let's see. Well, I stir. What did I miss? Your brain is as linear as a crooked line. Bite me, sponge. I didn't speak English till 5. I spoke Farsi Persian. Wow. Feed me, Seymour. I learned German in high school. I don't blame Gothics. Eggs are hard. Let me tell you something. Eggs are the best thing to learn on, though, because they really do teach you how to be sensitive to what you're cooking. Yeah, there's a couple of things I gotta make after all this is said and done. I have to amp up, because last night I made my husband my tomato sauce, which he loved, but I didn't make enough pasta for him to take to work tomorrow, so I have to add something to it. So you're gonna see me make some chicken. All right, let's let that sit for a minute. Let's raise the heat back up just a tiny bit. Just did not want it boiling is all. But we need it warm. Oh. I had to lower the heat in the house. It was almost 75 degrees in the house earlier. Whew. And as you can see, I got flour on me. As a sponge to take. So no more questions, guys. Have already sated all your appetites on questions. Feel the joy of having a sponge for a brain. It explains how young kids can play it and do something as well as, yeah, right. Do you like jazz? Yes and no. Depends on like I like New Orleans jazz. I like that New Orleans big band jazz. I got nothing. Sorry, buddy. My day off watching this while I do house chores. I don't blame you. I cleaned this whole kitchen twice just to make sure nobody could say anything yesterday. What was the first meal I ever cooked? What was the first meal I ever cooked? I would have to say it was microwave grilled cheese. So I was not allowed to touch anything that had heat in it. My mother forbid it. I wasn't allowed near the stove, but I was allowed near the microwave. I loved grilled cheese. We always get Land O'Lakes American. And I wasn't allowed to make it on the pan like my mom and dad did. So I got in the habit of making grilled cheese, put in the microwave, which is pretty much just microwaving cheese between two pieces of bread. So that was the first thing I ever cooked, if you will. I do not live in Rhode Island anymore. I lived there for the first 26 years of my life. I live in North Carolina now. My favorite wild animal. Oh, that's hard. I love orcas. Love them. I find orcas so fascinating. My dad has a thing for otters. It's really cute. I love birds though too. Honestly, it's hard because all wild animals are so fucking cool. They all have their own thing. They all have something that makes them really unique. Best bread for mini pizzas? Naan. Naan has the best flavoring because the problem is if you get like flatbread or you get any panini bread made by most companies, it's gonna have a chemical aftertaste and it's not gonna have the right flavor profile. But if you get naan is a much fluffier one. It's already stone fired 9 times out of 10, so it's designed for higher heat and it's not gonna dry out the same way. So it's very good. I do not know sign language. I only know this. And the worst thing is I took sign language for 2 years and I passed it with an A. In Rhode Island, one of the biggest schools for the deaf exists. And we would go because I was in theater and I would participate with the deaf kids. Don't ask me how to say anything. Heck, even sign language confuses me. And it confused me even when I took it. What advice do you give to your younger self? That's a tough one. I think in a lot of ways, what I would have told myself is to stop caring as much. That it's okay if people don't like you. And to do what you want. Because the problem is, I was a very quiet kid. I was exceedingly quiet. Because one of the reasons I was so quiet, I didn't want people to hate me. I was so scared of people hating me and thinking I was this terrible person. Because that was a terrifying idea to me. Terrifying. And people always treated me terribly. No matter what I did. No matter how quiet I was, no matter how far back in the class I sat. And if you guys watch my video about how I got into the BOPO, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I guess what I would tell my younger self is stop worrying. Stop caring if they don't like you. Stop worrying if they like you. Just do the things you want and be happy. And that's something that was very difficult for me as a child. I was very quiet. I kept to myself. I wrote little stories in my head. I drew little scenarios. And I dreamed of the day that I would meet a man like my mom met my dad and I would have my own family. That was my image. And yeah, the best way to put it. I hope that answers the question without being too convoluted. She had cookie moments a lot as well, probably. Let's see. I know some swears in Flamingo Goes Hard. I think that it's most of us in the language class, only because of the Creed movie. It's tragic. I can spell my name at least. I found food. Congrats, Chaco. Cold sausage is still food. Let's see. You were quiet. Honestly, D, it's because I was genuinely terrified. I wouldn't raise my hand in class because I didn't want to get the answer wrong, and I was afraid if I got the answer wrong, people would be upset with me. My favorite white animal is a sloth. If you could change one thing about warning your younger self about it years before it happened, what would it? I don't think I'd. I don't know if I'd warn myself about anything. Even my mom passing away, I don't know. Like, because everything happens for a reason. And I have to constantly remind myself that. Like, I get a lot of people look at me and go, how can you believe in God? God lets these things happen. God doesn't let shit happen. Okay? No. We were given free will. We were given the ability to do whatever the fuck we want. And we did whatever the fuck we wanted. And now that it's less convenient, and things aren't as pretty as we thought it would be when we get to be in charge, it's kind of like when a kid says, Mom's going to leave me alone and I'm going to be in charge. And then they set the kitchen on fire and the cops get called and they're like, I didn't know it was so hard. Yeah, motherfucker. Not so easy when you're the one in charge. Thank you, Washington. What is my favorite movie? That one is such a loaded question. Okay, so I can tell you my favorite style of movie is either romantic comedy or action. Some kind of romance. Think 90s to early 2000s, Sandra Bullock, Meg Ryan, Drew Barrymore. That's your girl. I'm all the way fucking there. Renee Zellweger, all that shit. And on the opposite end, think The Mummy, Independence Day, Day After Tomorrow, Die Hard. You've got me. I am there. Armageddon makes me sob every time I watch it. As for TV shows, I don't like watching realistic TV shows. I like watching shit that has some element of romance and fantasy to it. The only show I've ever watched that didn't have a centric romance in it was My Little Pony. Everything I watch, I've always been that way. I love romance. Romance to me is what makes a story good. Because at the end of the day, we don't like to talk about it, but most people don't want to hear it. Romance is what drives almost all of us. We always want it. Claim we don't, but almost everybody has had romance in their life. But we sit there and pretend we want our story without romance. Well, then I guess nobody's procreating ever again. Someone's gonna get that. If you're wondering why I did all that bother of cutting it up and not just dropping it in, guys, if you want this to melt at any point in time while you're cooking, you have to cut shit up. You have to make life easier for the cheese, or else you'll be here for 5 hours. Your idea is by the end of this sauce, it's supposed to be a completely homogeneous thing. We are getting there. Most of the cheese hasn't melted into the milk, so all I'm getting is a lot of the butter, which isn't a bad flavor, but it's not the only flavor. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you burned the house down. Bite me, nephew. How you feeling though? Yeah, Leon was in the hospital, guys. He'll probably say fuck you, but let him know we're happy he's okay. Do ADHD people also do masking like autistic people? Can someone explain what masking is? I don't know that phrase. Rom-com also. That's right, Washington. You got a theme song. Oh, that's so hard. So one of my favorite songs of all time. If you guys watch enough of my videos, "The Entertainer" is one of my favorite songs of all time, and it's so something like that, I guess. Passion and romance. My quote I made in 2006 is, "Fantasy outweighs reality in the heart of a hopeless romantic." Oh, I like that. Hold on, let me screenshot that. Ooh. I'm telling your business because you put it out there too. You literally posted it on your page. You fake your emotions. So no, I wouldn't say I fake my emotions. I will say that I will hide my emotions. So like, there are often times where something might affect me or something might bother me. Like it might upset me or offend me at the time, and you will never know. I hide everything on that. And the reason is because I understand a lot of that comes from me overreacting in the moment and understanding afterwards it's not that big a deal. And so there's a lot of times that people might insult me, and I'm like, maybe in the moment I'm like, oh, fuck you too. But I say nothing because I'm like, you know what? Don't be so sensitive. It's not that big a deal. And I let it go. Conceal, don't feel. Don't let them know. Yes. COVID or an injury. I can understand Leon being. Oh, you meant him. Happy you're feeling better, Leon. Let it go. Let it go. My throat is almost stopped being sore. Masking is when we autistics act like people around us. Oh. Okay, so. Alright, so. When I watch a movie, or I read a really good book, I have a hard time distinguishing my emotions from the emotion of the people in the movie or the book. Does that make any sense? So maybe that's where my masking comes in. I often get very immersed. Yeah, it's true. He's a hater. No matter what I cook, I could literally have Gordon Ramsay look at me and say, "Your food is delicious," and Leon would be like, "It's shit." So even if she makes you lemonade, at this point, it's because it's trolling me. He will never let that go. It's raw! Where's the lamb sauce? That's not how you make Wellington. He sends me the weirdest shit. It's not always just white people. That mac and cheese I told you about earlier, guys, that wasn't a white person doing it. Can you do a turmeric or pepper tea? I want you to feel better. I don't like spicy tea. You don't get. I'll give your food a chance. Maybe some mac and cheese for me. I'll probably like it. I actually am a good cook. Everyone knows me as that. The problem is that Leon wants me to make a presentation for home cooking. Fuck that shit. It's going to be delicious. It just might not look the prettiest. Like, yeah, if I'm making oven baked chicken, it's gonna have whatchamacallit on top. it's going to have cheese or some kind of breading baked on top. And it might not look the prettiest, but it's going to be juicy and it's going to have all the right flavors because I'm not here for idiot sandwich. You're very empathetic, in tune with those emotions. I would say thank you. That's very true. I'm putting you guys down for a second. I gotta taste this fluff. Getting somewhere. We getting there. We getting there. Oh my god. All right, fine. Sit. Wait. Wait. Wave. Don't move closer. Wave. Wave. Sir, you want this? You gotta wave. There's a good boy. Alright, Orion. Greta, you're gonna get yours. Orion. Oh, he found the one I dropped. Orion, over here. Over here. Over here. Come on. Now you wait. Greta, come over here. Sit. Wait, Orion. Greta. Can you wave? Can you wave? Thank you. Do you watch British baking shows? No, because they never. So that's the one thing I will say. I'm sorry to any of my Brits in the audience. You guys aren't as entertaining as we are here. It's always slower paced and everyone's always quiet. And the shouting is not. It's just not dramatic enough for me. No, you got one, sir, and you better be grateful for that because I wasn't going to give you any. But you got something. So, beat him out. Get me! Get me! Let's see. I gotta go back to work. I love you all. Music. I will. Have a great day, Washington. It's a good quote. Most Americans need that extra. If I'm gonna watch reality, like at least talk not like this because they always talk. Oh yes, well I use butter, and like there's no, it's a little too quiet. And see, one of my best friends is British, like in England. She just had her second baby. Hi, Kay. You guys remember the young lady that I promoted the book back a few months ago? Probably gonna promote it again. Put a little more milk in here. You are probably gonna use that whole quart of milk when you make this at the end, but you have to get everything all nice and blended in, so it's a lot of mixing and melting. She's near London. She's about an hour outside of London. I don't learn that far. Americans are too lazy for that. Brownie cow. Be like Gordon. Throw Wellingtons and punch salmon. I freaking love salmon. I need to buy more. So she's English. I just said that. Why does my cat try to steal my food? Not my husband, and I never feed her human food. Honestly, it's because she sees you as inferior. I would honestly start growling at her. I know it's judge me all you want, growl at your cat when they do that. Because if a cat does that and they're disrespecting your space like that, you need to inform them they're doing wrong and they are going to face consequences if they keep doing it. I agree. Great British Bake Off is amazing. My dad is more addicted than me now. But I can't believe, guys, it's been a year. This time last year, this was a different scenario, wasn't it? Whew. This was not the same place. See if I can blend that a little bit. She getting thick. Mine never tries to take from our plates. However, she does try to remove olives from our mouths. Ew. Oh no, mine don't try to take from the plate, but they will if I'm not looking. They might. I say they. Zorro will reach in and try to grab stuff from the plate if I'm not looking, and sometimes Penny. So those two are my biggest offenders. Well, olives are not good for her anyway, so probably something in the olives that mess with her system and make her a demon. So, my fellow Americans, how is everyone planning for Thanksgiving this year? Miss Cat tries to get clovers from her clover plant. Oh my god. What's everyone doing for Thanksgiving? I saw After 40, which she did at her child's school, and I was like, holy crap. My favorite movie soundtracks. Oh, now that one, easy. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Spirits Die Into the Cimarron, the Chicago soundtrack, and the fucking whatchamacallit soundtrack to Hairspray. I enjoy music, plain and simple, but those are some of the favorite soundtracks. I got to eat. My distant relatives never come down, so we never cook. Favorite novel? My favorite novel series is the Anita Blake series. But one of my favorite books of all time is actually a young adult novel, and it is called Dream a Little Dream. That is one of my favorites. Oh, yes, you're right. Prince of Egypt. I add Prince of Egypt to that. That time for DreamWorks was miraculous. They had just the absolute best. The absolute best. Prince of Egypt is one of my favorite movies. Matter of fact, I tell a lot of people, Through Heaven's Eyes is a song that very much keeps me going some days. There's a couple of songs that when I need a little bit of a boost, I play them for myself so I feel a little better. Through Heaven's Eyes is one of those songs. The Climb by Miley Cyrus, World's Smallest Violin, Good Part. These are all songs that very much help me through times. I have not seen Disenchanted yet, but some people said it was not good, which I'm not happy about because I'm super excited to see that one. It looks so fun. And it's all the original cast. They got everybody. I kind of want to watch just so I can see the movie Village of the actual village. I do agree. I know why. If you look into it, the history, it makes sense. It does make sense why they stopped. It does. However, it doesn't make it less tragic. If you guys wonder what I'm doing, why I'm doing this, this is because it actually is helping melt the cheese because I'm making it string and it's making it thinner, so it's going to be blending in a little better. Just take some time. I am missing quite a few Anita Blake books. I'm actually missing all of them. I only have Guilty Pleasures. I want the entire set on paperback. I have it on wishlist for my husband, who still hasn't gotten for me 3 years later. They're only $8 a book. I want them so bad. Ugh. I used to have almost the whole collection up until Incubus Dreams, but my cat, back when I bought these, she was a high anxiety cat and she peed on everything I owned. And that included all of my books. I lost like 30 volumes of manga. I lost a bunch of books. I never even bought the comics, and now I'm glad I didn't because I would have been pissed if they were pissed on. I'm hanging out with my dad on Thanksgiving. Iowa, Nebraska play Friday. Yeah, that's all that college football shit. It's meh. There's legit one good song in the movie. I mean, it's sung by Idina Menzel. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're gonna have Idina in the film. They've got to make her sing at this point. What I like is that a lot of people that reviewed Enchanted don't even realize she's in the film. They don't realize that's her. And I always get mad that nobody brings it up. I'm like, there's Elsa is right there, and how do you not know? How do you not recognize her? Give my hand a few minutes break from stirring all this cheese. This recipe takes a while. Anita Blake is good. As the series progresses, it gets weird. The problem is that I have discovered Laurel's mental state really does dictate what happens in the book. Like, I could tell when she was having problems with her spouse, because that's when there was a lot of problems with Anita having issues with Richard and everyone else. And you can always just tell. You can just always tell. And Laurel's a great writer. A great writer. I greatly enjoy her work. She's extremely liberal. But she's not like psychopathic liberal. And she writes about bad guys in a sympathetic way, so she can't be all that bad. Not bad guys, like really bad guys. Never mind. You get what I mean. Oof. I know you guys get a little bit of an above so you can see how just like nom this thing is looking. Oh yeah. That Gruyere and that Gouda are finally kicking in now. Some of the cheddar too. Alright. Give me a second, everybody. Now I have to prep les au vent. Max was used already? Oh, mac and cheese. What are we cooking? Mac and cheese. I really like blue. Blue is my favorite color. So I put it in everything I can. Yes. You're getting melty. Things are starting to combine. It's one thing about having stuff that's at a low boiling point and at a high boiling point. Oh, hush, you're fine. Oh yeah, she getting real thick up in here. This shit getting to be 2Cs now. Which means we need to get these ready. I already put to the dishwasher. You're not supposed to do, but I didn't care because I wanted them clean. Hold on, let me get the plastic out, okay? Give me 2 seconds, girl. Remember, you're only half cooking your macaroni, guys. You just need to get just boiled enough. Hold on, Ryan. Let me get the plastic out of these, okay, bud? Here. Come over here. Sit. Wait. Wait. Stand. Hey, stand. Oh, you hear someone else coming? Do you want this? Stand. Good boy. Now watch. I'm gonna give one to Greta. Just listen, you're gonna hear him clickety-clacketing his way back here. Because he's gonna want her box. I will be shocked if he doesn't do it. That is it? Okay. Take it. Leave it, Orion. Good boy. Now go get yours. You have one. Now what's gonna be a bitch is pouring this out. That's gonna be the bitch for this. Fuck yes. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. That's what your girl's talking about. This is how she likes it. Damn, that looks so good. It is good. Let me tell you something. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't listen to Leon. This shit just takes a while. And the only thing that will suck is if I get all the way to the end and I don't have enough sauce. That will be the kicker. So that's why I'm going to make sure I get the right ratio in one, and the other one will be for home because I have to bring the other one to family. So, one is for sure going to be 100%. The other will be, it'll be what it will be. Let me see. Do I have a blue house and a blue window? What's your favorite flower plant to grow that you had? I haven't gotten to do it yet. If Choco wasn't causing chaos, I would wonder what happened and if she's okay. But something will be up. Right. And I have blue strainers in every size. Know how much I love blue? Even my Magoyaki pan. Well, it was more blue before. I think my husband didn't fully wash, so guess what? You're going back and you're gonna get washed later. This is why you gotta leave the hand washables to me. Starman, I love him, but you know what he don't do right? Dishes. He don't do dishes. You do the dishwasher. That's it. I'm surprised there isn't any purple or pink utensils. So I use purple and pink as accents, but when it's just me, it's all blue. As blue as I can get. Blue, 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 blue. And Starman doesn't care as long as Star Sun is happy. So it's beautiful. That burns. Okay. They are right. They are perfect for what I need. Beautiful. You wondering why I'm doing this? Because I have an anxiety about open hot burners. So look at this. She's beautiful. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? No waste. Get your ass in. The benefit is I got a bunch of half-cooked elbow macaroni that if I don't use, the animals will get. And not my animals, but the nature animals. Try my best not to waste. Not that hurts. I dare say, if everything goes right, I might have enough for 3. Maybe I won't make any other dinner tonight. Maybe I'll just have this. If I don't have any other disposable pan. The easier way to get like a giant cup. First thing we're gonna do is make sure this mac is a little covered. Yes, I know you're ready to be baking. This is the messiest part. This is where I'm going to get most of the mess. Oh, we're going to have a burned bottom. Which is the way, if you're making fresh mac and cheese, guys, you're almost guaranteed to get some burned bits at the bottom. I can feel it. Yeah. Let's pull you down a little bit. Whenever you're doing this, guys, try to make sure it's soupy, because if you don't make it soupy, it will get very dry in the oven. And that is something you do not want. There's nothing sadder than dry mac and cheese. Now, I make this so it comes out like a casserole, like the side of a lasagna, if you will. Just to give you a visual idea. Well, I bet I do have enough to make a mac and cheese. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. He's gonna get another ramekin. Oh my god. And swipe off the sweat on her forehead because it's fucking hot. See, I do have others. I love this because it was fall. And I have clear. Oh, shit. So one of these is going to go in the freezer. One of these is going to be for Thanksgiving. And one of these will be for tonight. So excellent. But I will also tell you the recipe I was going to make. It's very simple. It's as basic as it gets. It's kielbasa and egg noodles. And what I do is, you buy your egg noodles of choice, whatever they might be. And when you get them, boil them. You run them with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. I'm a dumbass because I didn't do this first. A little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And then you bake whatever kielbasa you like. You slice it up. You mix it up with the noodles. And boom. That's it. Okay. This one is ready. Here's this cord. And I'm only going to half bake these ones too. Heck, I might just put this one immediately in the fridge, since this one is going to be in the freezer. So I might just put it in the fridge to chill. So that way when it bakes, it doesn't have any drying already in it. We'll see. One year, Matt and I were making this, and we were getting ready to pour the cheese onto the macaroni, and the pot slipped out of his hand, and half the sauce went on the counter, and we cried, because it was one of the best ones I've made. And so we were like, sopping it up and we were like, no, don't go to waste. Little pathetic, but it was so good. I think I'm gonna have just enough left over for the mac and cheese for tonight. I made sure the one for Thursday was the most creamy because, it's not just Matt and I eating it. The whole fam. They have to like it too. I hope this cooking stream is everything you guys wanted. Because, I don't know. Move this over here. Just like that. Two right here. Two right here. You're gonna go in the fridge to chill. Great. We really do have just enough left. And this is the part where your girl needs Starman, because the shit's heavy. There we go. Alrighty. Gonna clean up in a second, but first, wipe off the damn sweat. Yes, sir. Yes, they all see you. No. Move, because you're gonna get burned. Move, sir. There we go. Phew! This is the just gorgeous. Like you are. Alright. Star Sun needs a moment. That's it. Phew. Phew, 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 phew. Wait a minute, I came back to Alaska? What's going on with Alaska? Have Star Sun make baked Alaska. Of course there's no pyrotechnics. I only burned a kitchen once and I was 14. Yep, I worked hard for all this. Everything you see here, I bought myself. I got it over the years. The only thing that's not from me, my daddy bought me that little blue one. If you can see it, it's a little blue one on the side. But everything I have collected over the years with the intention of this being my kitchen. My knives are blue. I have blue roosters. Except for that one, I made that myself. That little thing on the wall, I made that. Lived in the blue world all day on that. So now you guys know how to make my mac and cheese. And I'd love to see if you make it. I'm gonna burn myself, but I don't care. It's worth it. The shit's bomb. And it's like what we wait for every year. When I was a kid. Worth it. We would wait to be able to ask my mom if we can make it. Oh my god. Choco, take care of that, please. Now in a minute, I gotta clean all this up. But thank you, Choco. So now let me ask you guys a question. Most of you have been with me for this year. You have been with me from at least June. What has been your favorite part about getting to know me? Specifically, I am asking this to my Gothics family. The people that followed me from Gothics. Gotta go fast. That's what I want to know. Getting to know me now. I'm definitely gonna scrape up some of this and just have it. I don't care. That's cooking privilege. That burned a lot and I don't care. What is something that you've gotten to know about me that you didn't know before that you like? And what is something that you haven't liked? That very much burned. But oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I really burned the corner of my mouth. Shit, that hurt. Perfect. Ah, I'm so warm. Let's see. Well, found you in March or April on your own. No Gothics. Heard about Gothics because of you. I love your art. Oh, thank you, Toasty. My honesty. Thank you, Brownie. You're really fucking loud. Oh, so you like that I'm loud? Also putting those loonies in their place. Listen, dead ass part. There's a lot of reasons why I did not back down, and like I said, that one of them is still in following me. I don't know if they laid in wait and then they were like, "Oh, now's the time," but they reported me. That you care about animals. Thank you. That you aren't SJWs. That was a surprise. Thank you, Jade. Also, I was kidnapped to this channel. You came willingly. That you care about animals. Thank you, Mitchell. If Star Sun wasn't loud, she wouldn't be Star Sun. It's true. A lot of change. This fucking hurts. But yeah, I had to prove to people that, because so another follower of mine, I won't name her, but she's a very sweet young lady. She was on TikTok and she was experiencing some canceling of her own from the Bopo. Very sweet girl. And I told her, you have to remember that these people aren't real. And what I mean by that is I understand that they're real. They're real people. There's someone on the other side of that screen. Yes. But these people don't actually affect your lives. They may say things that are hurtful. They may say things that make you uncomfortable. But they're not real. The only time you take them seriously is if they genuinely know where you are and they start threatening you, which is what happened to me. That's when they start escalating. I was like, no, I'm not backing down. And no matter what you call me, no matter what you accuse me of, I'm not backing down. And they did not like that. And they're not used to that. And I really hope I didn't burn my little pot. Oh, I did. And so that's why I did it, because they can't hurt you guys. They really can't. You know that in a month from now, you won't even remember what they said. I'm already starting to forget what they said. I don't like your basic bitchness. I love finding other conservative, alternative people like myself, Star Sun and Gothics. I do like your shit stirring ways, though. Haha. But that's the thing. Like, even with real life friends, right? So one of my real life friends just stopped talking to me. She blocked me off everything, completely eliminating me from her life. And at first I was worried for her safety. I thought something had happened. But after that, I sat there and I was like, oh well. I love her. Nothing but love for her. But I got a life to live. I got things to do. I got places to be. I don't got time for this shit. And so, yeah, because they want to threaten Indoctable, exactly. I found your art videos and your original works, and it makes me want to draw again. Oh my god, please do, Allison. And I hope you get your Instagram back soon, honey. I know that was a lot of work that got taken away from you. But, you know, people are always going to dislike you guys. Always. That's a fact. Someone is always going to dislike you. Someone is always going to hate you. You are always going to piss someone off. No matter what you do, there is going to be a miserable person that's going to misinterpret what you're doing, and they are going to make it an excuse to treat you like shit. And you have to choose how important they are in your life. You have to choose how important that person is to your existence. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you care about them, you have to decide, is this person worth keeping around? And if you can easily cut off someone in real life, think of how easy it is to ignore keyboard warriors. Because I'll tell you right now, I never block. I never delete comments. They accuse you of it because the bots catch them, and they delete the comments because they're considered inflammatory. But I never do that. And you know why I never do it? Because they realize that they're not intimidating you. That they're not really threatening. And once you make them realize they're worthless, suddenly they're less concerned about getting your attention. Because you're not entertaining anymore. They're frustrated little children, exactly. That's so sad. Dropping a friendship over different. I know it's not. I don't know. Chris, I don't know why she did it. We literally have zero idea. She just one day decided we were not going to talk anymore. This is recent. This is right after I got back from Vegas. I have no idea if I wronged her in some way. I have no idea what I did, but it was enough that she blocked me from every foreseeable way of talking to her. And, you know, and I know for a fact that's the case because I tested some things. And she and I got along splendidly. We agreed on everything. We had a lot of the same political views and everything. But you know what? If that's the case, if that was how easy it was to get rid of me, clearly we probably weren't that good friends to begin with. I thought we were. Clearly we weren't. So, what do? Do I mope about it? Do I cry about it? Or do I move on? Well, considering nearly every best friend I've ever had has betrayed me in some way, what do you think I do? I move on. I still have my house, I have my husband, and I have my animals. And I have him. That's okay. Let's see. My favorite thing about you, Star Sign, outside of your art, because that's amazing. Thank you. Your ability to be a no-nonsense, straight-to-the-point person, and that's hard to find these days. I didn't think it was, but I do think that's why people don't like me. I didn't think what I did was odd, because everyone always talks about wanting honesty. So I try to be as honest as possible. Clearly, people don't actually want that. My favorite part of getting to know you was your confidence and understanding attitude. You're the first friend I've had in a long time. Aww, Moon. You're such a sweet kid, though. I'm shocked you don't have more friends. They don't pay your bills or sleep in your bed. Ignore them. Exactly. Right on, Linda. Oh, yeah, speaking of Instagram, apparently there's a glitch from another update Instagram had, and it suspended a whole bunch of other... Wow! So it's something to do with wildlife photography. Okay, well, at least we know that it can get fixed. I stop talking to people randomly, but I don't block them. A lot of the time, I just forget they exist. And that, to me, is not talking to people. That's just you have an adult life. I have good, dear friends. We forget each other exists, sometimes for a year at a time. And then we get right back to talking like nothing happened. You know why? Because we understand that adulthood happens. Those people really make me sad. They leave the thinking to the government, right? Okay, pulls in reverse. What's some of your favorite things about your followers? What's one of my favorite things about my followers? One, that you guys are not rabid. Okay? So, like, if I'm in an altercation of some kind, like the whole thing with Asian Talk, none of you went crazy they started doing nasty things, and because even when the person that attempted to quote unquote dox, they didn't. They just scared her. There was no actual doxing. I don't condone what they did, but still. So I think my favorite part right now is that a lot of you are very reasonable. I think what's incredible is many of you are liberal. That shocks me. That so many of you are liberals, but you still, knowing I am a hardcore Republican, knowing who I am, knowing what I believe in, you guys still enjoy my content and support me. That you enjoy watching me draw, that's an incredible thing for me. Because, again, that was a big insecurity that I've had to overcome. That you guys even want to watch me sit for 3 fucking hours and cook mac and cheese while I answer questions. It's definitely something I'm not used to. It wasn't something I aspired to be. None of this is something that I truly aspired to be. I never expected to be any kind of commentator, or I loathe to use the word influencer, but I don't know what other title for it. But somebody who does things online and other people enjoy and support them. But I think my favorite part, I posted it last week on my Instant Stories. I think the most incredible part and one of my favorite parts about this experience has been meeting so many artists, because they make you believe that because you're right-wing and because you're more right-leaning, that everyone that is artistic around you is somebody who draws stick figures. Like, the art is not good. It's not creative. It's not colorful. It's bland. And I always see that a lot of liberals, when they see someone who's talented that even begins to bring up Republican views, they get warned. They're warning you, we're starting to sound like this. And it's hilarious because you even saw it again in the drama that happened on TikTok. A lot of people were like, we don't think she's quite what she represents to me. No, I am exactly what I represent to me. You just assume because I draw and because I have the aesthetic, I'm something else, which a lot of people do. I still get routinely, at least once a video, I would say, someone writing, I saw the blue hair and I didn't want to listen, and then you open your mouth and oh my God, you changed my mind. That is something amazing. Because there are certain things we have to break, stereotypes being one of them. You can be a fat-ass, blue-haired bitch and still be pro-life and Catholic and Republican and pro-2A. There's not an aesthetic that has to adhere to certain beliefs. And the problem is right now, we are kind of riding that, where during the 90s, there was this great big thing where stereotypes were joked about, but they weren't a thing. Like, you could, for lack of a better term, be whatever you wanted to be, and you could still be what you were at the end of the day. And then when all this stuff came into play of ideologies and stuff, suddenly we got into gender stereotypes again and ideological stereotypes. It's just ridiculous. This is so wholesome, I need to ruin it. Damn it, Chaco! I'm still hoping for pyrotechnics. Those that agree, fire in chat. Listen, Jade and Brownies, don't help her. I used to be a liberal, but I don't know anymore. I can't associate with these progressive liberal people in our world today. They are so insane. Exactly. But see, they've always seemed insane to me. They're just getting worse. They're escalating. World Cup. A person will kick a soccer ball into a net. You know what they say about assume? It rhymes with mushroom. People have loved blue hair before the woke movement. Exactly. All woke crazy. I had a beautiful green mermaid hair before crazy people took over. Right? Hey guys, who's playing in the World Cup? It's someone. Wait, I know one team. Manchester United. We'll go with that. Manchester United will win. They're still a team, right? That's still a thing, right? She says in elderly talk. Oh God, TikTok responded to me again, guys. I've got more messages on TikTok. Oh! People agreeing with me. Holy shit. Well, somebody just requested me. Hold on. Calro, whose follows are hidden. I will tell you right now, guys, if you try to follow me on TikTok right now, I will not accept. Unless I know who you are for sure, and you send me a message on another platform you follow me on telling me you follow me, I will not allow in right now, because I know for a fact a lot of these people will sneak in and try to do shit. And I do not need the headache right now. I have got so much going on. World Cup prediction. A team will win. A foul will occur. A player will fall down and pretend he's injured. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta take a picture for the Discord. If you're not in my Discord, what are you doing with your life? Whoop, Steam. Yes. Oh, that's looking gorgeous. Oh, that is looking beautiful. What? Come here. Mommy's done cooking, so you can come and get the pets now. Yeah? What's the matter, big boy? Oh, guys, he is the most pathetic. He is the mostest and the most pathetic. I also think he caught some fleas outside. Yes, I do, which you're supposed to spray for, so I don't know where you got them from. But, so Mama's gonna have to blow the money out. Woo! Baby boy, you okay? What was that? He just tripped on my foot. Showing you guys that deliciousness cooking. Back into the chat now. They banned alcohol from the World Cup. Now, yeah! Oh, wait! Wasn't that something that was happening? I think it's in Dubai, or where is it? My dad told me about it, because Budweiser was going to ship the beer, and it cost them, I think, $5 million in product. And I was like, oh! And Budweiser's like, no, we're fucking suing, because we made all this beer specifically for this. We printed it. I don't blame Budweiser at all. I'd be pissed. Someone once told me nature warns us with bright colors. But see, my natural color is black. I had to put it in. Nature didn't warn shit. Yes, everyone in Star Sun's Discord, just in case anyone needs it. Thank you, After 40. Yeah, why ban the best part of football? Other sports need yellow and red cards like soccer. There are some NBA, NFL stars that flop like... Right? Oh my god. Sometimes counting how many balls are in the pitch is why I watch. I don't know what that means, but okay. Also, tiny favor if I can. Anyone in Star Sun's Discord, can you fill? I will after this, After 40. Qatar. I knew it was a country that I don't live in, but I couldn't remember which one. Nice chatting with you, but I need to get ready for the dentist. Ooh! Author, I hope you feel better afterwards. Ooh. Can't have black hair, doesn't exist. It's very dark brown. Screw you, it's black. I don't shindigate about the technical terms, Miss Scientist. And the main reason my hair is black is I don't go out in the sun no more. You need to go outside? Greta, come tell me. Tell me. Come here. Come here. Wait. Greta. Do you need to go outside? Does my baby girl need to go outside? Can I get a hug? Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Oh. Greta gives the bestest of hugs. Greta. Watch this. This is gonna hurt, but watch this. Do you want to go outside? Go! Let's go outside. Come on, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, what do we do? Mario, that's not your head. Back up. Come on. We do. Good girl, Greta. Good boy. All right, wait. 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 Greta. Oh, that's why they did well. Shit. There were squirrels. Oh, there were squirrels. Oops. Didn't know they were there. They just went screaming after those squirrels. It's strawberry. So great. That doesn't make any sense. Can't have black hair doesn't exist. Means get drunk enough that multiple balls show up in the pitch cast. Well, okay then. Wait, no, I take that back. What people consider to be black hair is actually one of the most common hair colors globally. Exactly. Black hair is just brown hair without sunlight, which is why I don't go in the sun. Oh, we're getting... Apparently my phone is blowing up and I did not even know. Wait, did my husband's money come early? Because that'll be swank if it did. We all like early monies. Yes, we indeedly do. They lied. Money didn't come early at all. Lie. I was thinking about genetics one time and realized someone I knew probably had a child with someone other than their husband. Never said anything to them. Damn. Cold, Linda. Cold. Alright, let me see. Whoop! Well, the one going for Thanksgiving is done. She's going to come out and she's going to cool off, so we're going to get all these out the way. I'm going to get these out of the way too, frankly. Oh. Then it's going to be the fun and laborious task. Clean up. Which would have my ass facing you guys the whole time. So that's why I'm not doing it. That's the last thing I need to give Choco Hooligan. Oh. Just gonna make sure I turn it this way so you guys can see. Look at that beautiful mac and cheese. Beautiful. Now we're gonna let her cool over here. Once she's cold, I'm gonna put the top on her. Of course, they're stuck now because I washed them. Put it over here instead. Let me go grab those dogs. Go grab those canines. Come on, Ryan. Let's go. 1. Go. Good boy. Come on. Alright, I might actually go ahead. All right. son. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Pain in the fucking ass. You didn't get it, did you? No, you didn't catch the damn squirrel. All that wasted effort. Wash these too because they got cheese on them. These are gonna be over here. We'll at least start. Most of it's going in the dishwasher. But still. There we go. There, Choco. You got the only burn. The only thing I burned in the whole damn thing. You're welcome. Sure, that'll satisfy your bloodlust. That is how you make mac and cheese, everyone. Whew. Let's see. Last thing I'm going to give Choco my... Look, it's burned. That's what you wanted, isn't it? Whew. One thing I hate about my house, it goes from normal temperature to fucking dying if you bake in here. Yes. What did somebody else post? Black cats. What's that second thing, black cats? Whew. The benefit is I take home whatever nobody eats. That'll be fun. Yeah, Orion I had to chase. Little shit was running around. Why am I sitting like that? Because I'm tired and I'm short. I want a fire, not charcoal. Well, you get what you get. I'm not stopping sitting like that. I'm fucking tired. I cleaned the whole house this morning to make sure that I could do this video. And in a little while, I gotta do all those dishes. So... let me see. You guys, I don't know if you heard me. You don't need to be taking no food home. But whatchamacallit? Could you guys hear me yelling at Orion out there? As soon as I opened the door, there was 2 squirrels on the fence. Him and Greta ran off after them. And I left them out there for a little while, obviously, as you saw. When I went to go get them, Greta's sitting at the door. Good girl, waiting. He's over there meandering the side of the house, trying to catch the fucking squirrels. You're not gonna get him. Cassie knows how to heat up a chat. God almighty. Them dark spots, that's called caramelization. What, you like having raw mac and cheese? You're so weird. He had to find something to hate. Honey, I can hear you without needing the stream. So was this everything you guys hoped for? Is this everything you wished for and more? Leon's mad at me because he has to now admit that white people can cook, but he won't admit it. He is raging. He is using his cis male energy upon me. He is pushing the patriarchy upon I, a delicate woman of size, an LGBT delicate woman of size. Apparently, I'm queer. Someone called me that. Missed half now. Looks like an hour. My 19-month. Oh, white people need to be I add bacon bits to my mac and cheese. So I will make bacon mac and cheese, but my husband doesn't eat bacon. So when I make it, I have to make it just for me. So I've made it where it's like that, where I will crisp the bacon first and then put it in the mac and cheese, bake it in, and then I will put some bacon on top and bake that on. My husband doesn't eat potato soup, and I made about 5 years ago one of the best things I ever made, which was bacon potato soup. Oh, it was so good. And I haven't gotten to make it since. And again, that's because the problem is a lot of the things that I want to cook, my husband doesn't eat. So when I cook, I have to cook things that my husband eats. Before, Brandon was there, or I could bring it to my mom and dad. And it was easier for me to cook things that my husband may not ingest, because he's easy. I make him his tomato sauce, I make him meatballs, I make him curry, he's a happy camper. But I don't eat those. So, how far? The food is done. I am literally just not ready. Little puff of air. I am just baking the mac and cheese for my husband and I for tonight. I was going to make kielbasa and egg noodles on stream because I had some time left, but now it's like, why bother? Maddie needs better taste. Doesn't like potato soup, doesn't like chocolate, doesn't like bacon. I know. He doesn't like seafood. He doesn't like alcohol. He needs to do better. I know. Trust me. We've had this conversation. I don't understand. And he gets very mad at the idea of eating healthy. Very mad. Tells me that that's a crazy idea. It's not going to happen. And I'm like, why? He can kick. Yeah, he don't eat. No. He will. My husband will tell you everything I make is good. He'll say, salmon sucks, but Cassie makes it good. Eggs suck, but Cassie makes it. Like, he just doesn't eat it, or he hates it plain. He hates on it. No. There's an animal of some kind in my front yard. And Orion punches my windows when he sees them. What? I'm gonna let it pass so you guys can possibly do it. I don't know what's out. Let's see what's out front, guys. Find out. So I'm not correcting him. I might have gotten too good at training him. He might already have stopped. Let's see what's out front. Oh my god, there is nothing. When I tell you guys there is nothing, there is nothing. There's no squirrel, there is no chicken. There is nothing. Now I will say this, there's a cat and oh, we might have something. Nope, just pixels rearranging. There's this cat in the neighborhood we call Gray Cat. And there's another cat, I think, that lives next door. It's a little Torby. And he will flip out when they walk in the front yard and he'll start punching. Matt must filter like a sponge. Fight me, white boy. He filter feeds like a Kardashian. Matt likes very specific things. Matt likes meat. Like, he loves steak, burgers, chicken. Matt likes pasta. He adores it. If Matt could eat pasta every day, doesn't matter the kind, He would pile it down, and he would eat it all day long. And I make my tomato sauce from scratch. I have dried herbs, which I don't like, but it's harder to get fresh basilico and fresh garlic over here. It's not as good. He doesn't like salted meat. He doesn't like corned beef. He doesn't like bacon. He barely likes ham. Like, he'll eat ham, but he won't eat bacon. The basic bitch married another type of basic bitch. But see, that's the thing. Like, when we go out, I'll be like, that looks different. I'm gonna try it. The only way you will get me to not try something is if it has tomatoes, it's spicy, it has ketchup, mustard, relish, so pretty much any known condiment I won't touch. And if it's spicy, or if it's super sour, then I'm not into it. My ex was an excessive picky eater. Problem was, he'd try to gross you out when you were eating something he didn't like. See, Brandon was like that, but he tried to gross you out no matter what it was. Philip and Brandon are the reason I have some food phobias. Because if Philip didn't make it gross, Brandon made it gross. And Brandon just enjoyed being a little shit. He just liked torturing people. And I was his favorite target. Give him a toddler diet. See, he don't enjoy nuggies like that. He'll eat them, but he's not a nuggie fan like most people are. Mustard is big for adding a little kick. I like mustard powder. I don't like mustard. What, baby girl? Aww. You know, you guys have been really good. I think I'm going to give you a gift. And I think you're going to very much enjoy it. Let me move the chair out of the way so everyone can see what you're going to do to get it. The people want a chew treat? Greta, do you want a chew treat? Orion, do you want a chew treat? Yeah? Okay, let me get it for you then. Come on. So some folks have asked me about these. Like stuff that I enjoy giving my dogs. This is one of them. It's a bully sticks with collagen chews. It's a rawhide alternative because I do not believe in rawhide. Rawhide is terrible for dogs. If you look, it is beef gelatin, beef pizzle, rice flour, which I'm not super about, but wheat flour, tapioca, agar-agar, vegetable glycerin, ascorbic acid, brown caramel color, and natural smoke flavor. So it's not a lot in it. And this is a really good alternative for them. Greta. I always give Orion the more dense one. Sit pretty. Sit, Greta. Sit pretty. Stand. Good job. Greta has learned to not do sit pretty, mainly because she gets too excited about the treats we get. Doesn't want to put in the effort. Does not want to have the effort put in. Oof. See. Is he even human? I'm mostly German, hence I love mustard powder. Mustard powder is literally powdered mustard seed. It's better than mustard. How do you think you make mustard? You take mustard powder and you add vinegar. That's mustard. How did you not know that? That is real mustard. And as for me, Choco, dry skin and eczema and psoriasis can cause that because I used to get habitual bloody noses as a little kid. Civil War. Giggles and shit stirring. Yeah, because she knows I'm right. Oof, Greta got me good earlier. I asked for it this time, but oof. Her claws have been all jacked up because I had like she got me. If you could see the drag lines on my arm, she got me earlier. Poll, jar mustard or squeeze mustard? No. Poll, mustard or mustard powder? Because see, powder doesn't add the vinegar, which can change up the flavor. Whereas you add in the mustard, just mustard, you always have that excess of vinegar that fucks it up. I heard a life coach talking about the benefits of eating to suit you ethnic makeup. I'm like, what do you, if you're mixed? And I don't think sausage and beer are good for weight loss. I don't know, they built the pyramids on beer. Yes. We are almost done. We only got 10 minutes left, guys. Mustard powder gang versus regular powder gang. So many spices. So on my stories that I shared yesterday, guys, oh my god. There is this absolutely stunning spice rack that I want. Genuinely want it. Dude, the air from the stove was so powerful that my lampshade is shaking a little bit. Like sausage or sauce? What, Ryan? You had your treat. You're done. And after this, Mommy's gonna clean up and then she's gonna eat something because she's hungry. I might even have Daddy pick me up something on the way home. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. This is almost done. It's got browning on top, and I'm going to eat it later on tonight, so I need it to cool down for now, and then we're gonna finish the rest of the cooking. Why don't you make a wish list? I have a wish list. I turned it off purely because I didn't that whole thing with TikTok, a lot of people were noticing me. I didn't want anyone to try in the back end to figure out where I lived. So I turned off. I do have an Amazon wish list. But at the same time, guys, it feels weird. I have no idea how this works because as a fan, I have absolutely no problem buying things for someone. As the person people are a fan of, it feels grifter-ish. It feels bad for me to ask. But then I know it makes people happy to do that shit. So I'm very much at odds with myself over what would be appropriate. So here's what I will tell you guys. In the chat right now, you guys are my core. You're here every week on my lives. Tell me, do you want me to advertise having an Amazon wish list more? Let me know. There's another special wish list. I think it's P.O. Box 1. No, I just have the P.O. Box is one thing, but the wish list I have, it doesn't reveal my address to anybody. It makes it a third-party thing. Sure, flex my sugar daddy energy. But see, I could just change it to be the P.O. Box if need be. Because I've gotten stuff from people before. Like that star hoodie I wear, a follower sent me that. It's one of the favorite things I have. If you watch my videos, whenever I have in my bedroom that curtain behind me, I have a curtain with gold stars, a follower sent me that. I have that glass pen set that somebody sent me, and I love it. I've gotten earrings sent to me. Ginger Dill sent me earrings. My friend Nikki doesn't really count as a follower, but she sent me shit. Then it's a happy meal situation. Follower of the cult. I don't know what to call you guys. It feels weird calling you fans. If followers, subscribers, um, I've always liked the idea of calling people starlings, and at the same time, if people find it cringe, then I don't want to do it. Change the P.O. box if you have too many subs to not just be using the P.O. box. Oh, babe. Let me see, you still hot? Babe. See all that behind me? Guess what I got to make 3 portions of? So guess what we're having for dinner tonight? Join my sausage cult! Stop it! Maybe shooting stars. But see, shooting stars doesn't roll off the tongue. Greta likes getting like spankings. That's one that I know Choco's gonna clip. There you go! I knew it! Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Whenever I eat bacon, you know what the first thing out of Matt's mouth is? Bacon sucks. Ugh, bacon's so gross. These dogs are ridiculous. You light up the sky. Oh my god, Choco, you know that song? I fucking love that song. Close blinders! Well, idea, stick with starlings, draw some birds. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I have to rework a lot of stuff anyway. I have to... Orion, don't you fucking dare. Orion. No. He wants to roughhouse right now. 5 minutes remaining. Now's the time he wants to roughhouse. Yeah, I know that song is fucking great. Well, nobody knows it here. I don't know if it was more popular in Europe, but it's... No! Don't you dare, sir. I can't see sucks. Wait, that means you've seen Stardust. I love Stardust! I fucking love Stardust. It's one of my favorite movies. Like, I adore that film. Good boy. I'm so glad, Choco. That means we do have similar tastes. Stardust is an awesome film, but nobody knows about it. It just wasn't popular. I feel like they didn't advertise it enough. And by the time people knew what it was too late. Michelle Puffer? Babe, I know you get confused. It's okay. Ew, no, take it back. I don't want to be associated with basic. Shut up. Matthew, are you out of work? I watch Stardust a whole lot. Babe, are you out of work? Because you are. You need to pull over wherever you are so I can figure out if I want something to eat. Lake smoked salmon. It does have a beautiful score. Stardust is definitely a unique film, and it was very pretty. You're walking out now, babe? Okay. Stay in the car for a few minutes, all right? Because I'm literally getting off stream in 3 minutes. I know of Stardust, some people were torn about the ending. The ending made sense to me. What were they torn about? I feel like Yvain is Choco Hooligan. Very much so. They give me the same energy. Ryan, you need to wait. You already drank too much water today, okay? You already drank too much. So. Yeah, I would say you're very much like the vein. Smart ass, headstrong, doesn't listen, easily manipulated. Yeah. But tough, funny, wise ass. Yes, I would say you're a vein. I think the book had a different ending. I do know that the book is definitely different. I always thought it was the bratty one. That Yvain is the bratty one. There's a throne wish list. What's a throne wish list? I didn't make a throne wish list. Don't forget, you are very pretty. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm surrounded by pretty people. Choco Hooligan and Bublito, they're fucking gorgeous. Like, both of them are good looking kids. And are probably gonna be way more successful than I'll ever be. The name for Starling is Sternus Vulgaire. That'll be for the bad people. You're either a Starling or a Sternus Vulgaris. Throne wishes. You've missed clipping me, haven't you, Choco? You've been busy lately, but you're ready for it. Throne wishes is a thing where we suggest gifts and give you what you... Oh. Here's what I will tell you, Black Cats. I am a person that I am grateful for whatever I receive from people. Because you don't have to send me anything. If you're insinuating that a lot of you guys are hoping to send me Christmas gifts, you don't have to. If you want to, I will be ever so grateful. If you want an idea of what I like, I will make the wish list public again. I have a pets wish list. I have an art wish list. I tried to make most of my lists public, but I made my address private. But honestly, if you like, what I love is Moon when she sends me handwritten letters. I love those. I have them all saved in a little envelope. If you craft something, I don't need much. The fact that you thought of me is enough. So it's, you know. Pretty Sponge and Frog. So you think Bub and I are attractive? You're like, so you're a pervert? Listen, I'm short and adorable and I don't look my age. And haven't you caught on? Every vampire in a film that gets with a girl is technically a pervert at that point. But we all want them to get together. Shut up. Change all your addresses to your P.O. box. That's what I might do. For your own and your animal's safety. Right. Here's what I will tell you. If that's what you guys want me to do, I'll put up a poll on my YouTube. And I'd like if you guys went and confirmed it in the comments so I don't look like I'm just being like a oh, give me stuff. Make sure when you see it go up that you confirm that you asked. Ever can go fuck himself and might help him dislodge that stick. I'll put up a poll in the comments if you guys want me to open up my wish list. And if you do, I will. Because my thing is, like, right now, I'm still trying to aim towards getting merch launched at some point. But if I do merch, so see this little emblem right here? And see this one right here? Right there. Those would be what I would initially use for merch. I would use my emblems, probably the galaxy theme. Because we didn't get a lot of sales on my monster shirts. Not a lot of folks saw it. And the only time we got a lot of hits was when they were trying to troll me from fucking the Drama with Asian Talk. So I have to be very tentative about it on what I'm gonna do because I advertised it, I pushed it, I had it linked in my Instagram, but a lot of people didn't want to do it. I want me boxing Bub on a jump. You mean a sweatshirt? Don't think about it. Let's some more heat out. Oof, I'm hungry now. I like the monsters, but no system really needs to offer baseball tees. It's hard to find those. That's a whole. That's a whole back end thing. Oh, it's 3:03. All right, here's what I will tell you guys. I will go and. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to get away. I know. Well, Daddy's on his way home. But all right, guys. Here's what I will tell you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Mac and cheese is done, Christian. It's done. It's baby is here. She is ready. The other one's sitting in the fridge, and the third one is baking for tonight for dinner. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for the last year. Seriously, guys, this has been. Orion, you gotta scoot. I will tell you guys, this has been an experience, and I didn't think I'd be doing this, and you guys have made it really easy. A lot of you have ride or died for me for the last year, and I hope that I'm doing what you wanted. And yes, as you can see, I've definitely lost some weight. Not here though, because once these happen, you've got to get them. But thank you guys so much. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Thank you. And here's to a lot more years. Bye, everybody.